Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Murray. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff looking right. Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. For 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray breaks through the contact. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And they'll run it here. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 on the handoff. It's Geis. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Gone, 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 gone.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter.
Gone, 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 gone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! As his guys are in for 6, and the Bucs are able to strike for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down again. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Play action. Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Murray now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Good.
Looking to throw. Murray. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know that, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw. Murray. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. He'll try to punch it in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Rolling to his right. And he takes his down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Barkley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Steps away to his left. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Extra point up and through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Geis receives the pitch. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's their quarterback, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Throwing on first down. Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Payne. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They start on the ground with Geis. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the ground, it's Geis. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And he gets it down to the 32. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays down.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun, 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 gun.
Looking to throw. Murray. Try to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit!
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gun, 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 gun. Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10, Murray fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes just...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
3rd down, here's Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Payne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a lot.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a toss. This is Geis. And shoving his way inside the 35. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up sharp at the 40-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. And
a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, you got 4. You got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.